slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Well, alternative justice systems are important because they are the primary, I would say the primary access of justice for most people.
As FIDA Kenya, we are quite excited to be part of this first ever annual conference on the alternative justice system. We've walked the journey with the committee, right from the development of the policy to now the implementation.
Vita vya kinyumba. Sitasahau kusema kwamba hakuna model nzuri kama AJS kwa vita vya kinyumba majaji wetu. Kwa sababu inaleta uwiano. Wanaona hawapelekwi kwa crown ama namna gani? Wanaona hawapelekwi kwa polisi, hawapelekwi mahakamani. Wanakubali kusikiza.
Unlike the formal court systems, that at the end of the day, the outcome is normally win-lose situation. AJS promotes reconciliation. It promotes, it brings ownership. It also promotes, it ensures, it restores our ties, whether we cross our ways or not. So AJS is quite timely, and it should be embraced by all.
Since time immemorial, human beings have yearned for justice. Article 48 of the 2010 Kenyan Constitution talks about improving access to justice. This clause in the Constitution may be appropriately termed the Plural Legal Systems Clause. It provides for alternative forms of accessing justice and dispute resolution mechanisms, including traditional approaches, so long as they do not contravene the Bill of Rights. Towards the realization of this provision, the Constitution has placed a categorical obligation on the judiciary to promote alternative justice systems, or AJS, in Kenya, which Martha Koome, the Chief Justice, calls the multi-door approach. In order to promote the multi-door approach, the Chief Justice gazetted the National Steering Committee on Implementation of Alternative Justice Systems Policy on December 9, 2020. On 21st to 22nd June 2022, the committee organized the first annual Alternative Justice Systems Conference. The theme of the conference was the role of alternative justice systems in accelerating social transformation through access to justice. The conference had the following 5 objectives: to locate and promote uptake of AJS in the vision of the Chief Justice of social transformation, to contribute to production and promotion of a novel jurisprudence and demosprudence on AJS that unites jurists as AJS practitioners, to provide a comprehensive way of understanding how AJS can be practiced for optimal gains by rationalizing different practices of AJS, both in courts and outside courts, to consolidate innovative strategies adopted by the National Steering Committee on Implementation of Alternative Justice Systems Policy and other justice actors in implementing the AJS policy while responding effectively to emerging challenges, to address the AJS malcontents through theorization of human rights framework in AJS. The conference was held at Tangaza University College in Nairobi. Various stakeholders, judicial officers, AJS practitioners, legal practitioners, and development partners attended the conference.
Allow me to say 4 quick things about AJS. First, AJS is about going upstream and having justice conversations there. Second, AJS is about increasing human agency in choosing the forum for having justice conversations. Third, AJS is about increasing the quality of everyday justice Kenyans receive through the role of the judiciary to transform social practices and Article 159(2)(c) of the Constitution. And fourth, AJS is about channeling social justice questions to courts in a structurally effective manner.
Speaking through her deputy, Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu, Honorable Justice Martha Koome, the Chief Justice of Kenya, highlighted the judiciary's constitutional mandate to implement alternative justice systems.
The 2010 Constitution of Kenya envisages a broad dispute resolution system. Article 159(2) of the Constitution points us to the possibility of open-ended pursuit of justice beyond the confines of state institutions. It does this by commanding the judiciary to promote the use of alternative forms of dispute resolution, including reconciliation, mediation, arbitration, and traditional dispute resolution mechanisms. These alternative forms of dispute resolution allow for the resolution of disputes outside the courts. By commanding us to embrace the multi-door institutional approach to the pursuit of justice, the Constitution is alive to the need for efficient and timely delivery of justice. The underpinning premise of this view is that the courts are not the sole forum for the delivery of justice.
The National Steering Committee opted for Tangaza University College as its center and venue for support from the academic perspective. To this end, the university produces knowledge while turning the practices on AJS into learning opportunities. The AJS conference focused on 4 broad thematic areas, namely multiple door access to justice, human rights framework and concerns, jurisprudence and demosprudence, operationalization of AJS. Through some high-level panel discussions, plenary discussions, and breakout sessions facilitated by various discussants, participants shared their expectations, success stories, and benefits of alternative justice systems.
AJS is already working upstream and downstream. The use of AJS in Othaya sub-county, which was led by Honorable Florence Macharia, who is here today, and the then DCC in Othaya, Caroline Imaya, I don't know if she's here, she's supposed to be here, shaped the laws, security apparatus, administrations, and society's responses to the Mungiki menace in that locality, where extrajudicial killings were needed elsewhere to mitigate the problem of youthful and armed gangs. Othaya used AJS to shape justice conversations that ultimately eliminated the vice there. Honorable Munyendo is here and she's keeping that system alive in Othaya. Similarly, in Nakuru County, the border sector has used AJS to resolve internally more than 300 cases this year alone before they end up in court. And in Nakuru also, 21 OCSs, Officers Commanding Police Stations, from that county have similarly helped more than 300 disputants who reported their cases this year alone resolve their cases without registering a charge in court.
So as I look around this hall, it is clear that alternative justice is a topic which attracts a wide cross-section of society, and that's great news. And this is very appropriate because firstly, operationalizing your national alternative justice systems policy stands to bring multiple benefits for Kenyans to enhancing the efficiency of your justice systems. Secondly, and a point which is of equal importance, is that devising workable, sustainable pathways to mainstream alternative justice systems calls for many perspectives to be heard and considered. Why? Because merging past and present ways of delivering justice into a new contemporary justice administration is a complex task.
And of course, we have the advantages of AJS in that most of it is restorative, it is easy, access to justice is expanded and all that. Unlike now the formal justice system where we depend on the court. So apart from the physical limitation from the court, we also have limitation in terms of expenses. People may not access, and there are also technicalities, whereas AJS is so fluid and it's so easy to apply and resolve disputes within a very short time.
Participants also shared lessons learned from the conference.
My expectations of the conference have been met, and I'm really happy that the country is taking up alternative justice system to reduce the backlog of cases in the courts, and we can resolve our issues within ourselves and bring harmony in our communities. This conference means a lot for our organization because we've been working with several programs with different communities, and this has really made our work much easier because we have networked with other communities. We have learned a lot from other people, and we are expecting to emulate the counties which have taken up the alternative justice system, and we are willing also to come up with our own action plan and implement it in our programs.
Nafikiri this is the first conference na nimepata kujua vile Baringo wanafanya, nimesikia vile watu wa kutoka Mombasa wanafanya, na nimesikia vile watu wa Nairobi wanafanya. Hawa ni kama wanatumia wale paralegals. Sisi naye tunatumia elders council. Sasa unasikia hii miundo nyingi hii kuna tu barabara itasukumana nayo ikuje ilete kitu mzuri, matokeo mzuri. Naamini kwamba hata kama sio mwaka huu, hata sio kama labda ile nyingine itakuja kupata njia mzuri ya kuweza kutoa na kuingiana na sheria. Kwa hivyo nimejifundisha na kuna kitu nitapeleka Isiolo hasa kwa kina mama.
Like any other initiative, alternative justice systems have their own share of challenges.
There's a lot of conversations that we still need to hold with communities to demystify some of these myths that the community have when it comes to alternative justice system, because of course most people, especially in the urban setup, do not really appreciate what it means to resolve your cases through the alternative justice system. They associate it with a lot of archaicness, they don't trust that there could be procedures or justice there.
I think we have a lot of sensitization to do, particularly on the grassroots, on the use of AJS. And so once people are aware, they'll take more of their cases to AJS, and they'll avoid the case backlog and the technicalities in court. There's the legalese, there's so many impediments that the common wananchi face in accessing justice. So I think as civil society, we need to create awareness, and also to educate people in terms of AJS itself.
Despite the challenges facing alternative justice systems, the National Steering Committee, stakeholders, and development partners are optimistic about the future of AJS and are planning for its success.
Baada ya hii kikao ya siku mbili, bila shaka yale maoni ambayo tumekusanya hapa tutaenda kuyazungumzia, na hatua ya pili pengine lazima tutaendeleza yale maoni ambayo tumepata hapa, turekebishe mambo. Bado tutakuwa na nafasi ya kuzunguka kuwaelimisha wananchi kwa njia mbalimbali, kwa njia ya rununga, kwa njia ya kukutana na kwa mabaraza, kwa njia ya hata maandishi katika magazeti, ili wananchi wafahamu umuhimu wa kitu, na vile vile washikadau kama mawakili pia tumewahi kutana nao na tutakutana nao, majaji pia, wafanyakazi washikadau katika mahakama waweze kujumuishwa, kila mtu ajumuishwe, ili tutakapotekeleza kikamilifu hii njia ya haki mbadala, kila mtu awe anaelewa ya kwamba hii ndiyo njia pekee ya kurahisisha mambo na kuharakisha haki.
The EU remains committed to support the full adoption of alternative justice systems policy through important instruments like county models and county action plans, and to promote an ongoing national conversation around alternative justice systems as you are doing today. Improving the awareness of alternative justice systems and progress to implement the policy is vital. It will enhance operationalizing the policy by making Kenyans aware of their rights and their options when it comes to accessing justice, especially in light of the Chief Justice's multi-door approach.
Yes, the way forward is already we have a policy, and the steering committee is geared towards the implementation of this policy. So, and the implementation of this policy will involve training, and of course establishing several, pilot courts that can assist in promoting this system.